Good morning, friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel of Astrologer Anil Aggarwala. Today we will be talking about communication with nature. You see, the best remedy for our day-to-day problems. Ever since March 2020, I have been getting phone calls, from all around the world that people are suffering. There is no prosperity, there is no growth as far as their career and profession is concerned. Some people are having health problems and there are multiple problems. People are in depression. And people wanted remedies. And I find that on the YouTube there are a number of astrologers who have posted remedies. And believe it or not, none of the remedies is working. Some astrologer even pointed out that by propitiation, coronavirus will disappear. Friends, it is not possible. It is not possible. How can you play with the nature? Whatever its nature, it is a cleansing process. The eclipse in the Mula Nakshatra is, destruction from the roots and then rebuilding. So friends, understand this. We have to take a back seat and we have to refresh our skills. We have to refresh our knowledge. This is the time. This is not the time to gossip and see movies. It is the time to rebuild. Go online, learn. However you can improve your knowledge, however you can improve your skills. Just on remedies, it will not work. I have been to Japan and believe it or not, they don't go to temples. They believe in work is worship. And I also believe that the best remedy to all our problems is karma and the work is worship. And let me now elaborate some points I have discussed on my website. So let me read it out. It is very important. I have given some natural remedies and I will read it out. Ever since the outbreak of coronavirus has taken place, I am getting phone calls from for stagnancy in business and career, health issues and multiple problems, and people want remedies. Has any remedy worked? I don't think so. The astrologers are giving so many remedies and of no use in the present scenario. Some astrologers boasted on the YouTube that they can propitiate and coronavirus will disappear, but all in vain. Coronavirus has increased in multiple progression ever since Jupiter is aspecting all the planets after 19th of August. They have no explanation on this. Then what is the answer? It is the time to take a back seat and improve our skills, online courses, and not waste our time in gossip and watching movies at home. It is a time to clean our things, refresh our knowledge, and help others in distress. Use Google Baba in your field and to excel. It is the time to gear up for the future. And believe it, those people who will gear up for the future, they will have prosperity. Just note this parameter. I can tell you for sure, this is the time to refresh everything. The solar eclipse of the 26th December 2019 took place in Mula Nakshatra, and Mula is destruction to the roots and then rebuilding. The time should be fully utilized and not wasted. It is a testing time for the complete world and the mankind world till Ketu and Jupiter is in the sign Sagittarius till the 19th and 20th November respectively. Whosoever will pass this period will be, whosoever will utilize this period will be just like drinking Amrit. I can tell you for sure, you have to take a back seat and you have to utilize this time. This time should be utilized and not wasted. It is the time for testing complete world till Ketu, as I told you. Whosoever will pass this period will be drinking of Amrit, meaning survival of the fittest. Meditate every day. Pranayam, Lom Vilom will help. Notice every event of the nature carefully and try to listen to the call of the nature by analyzing the event critically. These remedies will help. I have some suggestions with my experience in life. Try to develop communication with nature, and let me tell you here, to everything in life nature guides us. It is we who ignore it. If we try to listen to the call of the nature, then most of our problems will be solved to quite an extent. Jupiter is the only planet which is 100% benevolent, and in the present scenario blemished badly due to the following reasons, and the whole world is suffering on account of the same. 1. Retrogression with Ketu forming Guru Chandal Yoga, fallen in Mool Trikon sign Sagittarius, most venomous. I have explained what is a fallen planet in my earlier videos. Jupiter can be compared to an elephant in elements, and when this elephant goes mad, has the capacity to ruin the jungle. Similarly, when Jupiter is afflicted, it has the capacity to ruin everything: education, expansion, prosperity, wealth, intelligence, all, and so many things. It is the Karka for 9th house, 5th house, 2nd house. So all these houses suffer. Some good tips and natural remedies for finding out the day is good or bad as follows. Breath from Chandra Nadi from the left nostril on Monday, Wednesday, Thursday and Friday is good, and from Surya Nadi, the right nostril, on Tuesday, Saturday and Sunday is good. Good things should be done on good days as per Chandra Nadi, and bad things should be done on bad days as per Surya Nadi. Crowing of crow is good, but not taking name of crow. Monkey's sight are good, but not talking about monkeys. Meeting a washerman in the morning hours is not good, but meeting a milkman or just sighting a milkman is good omen in the morning hours. Bad news at the time of start of the work is bad. Good news at the start of the timing is good. Remove all negative energies from your house. Rusted iron, broken wooden pieces where termite is there. Entrance should have plants which do not have thorn and should be clean. The entrance should be clean. Entrance should be preferably not in the southwest direction. Don't sleep with your head towards north. Keep a peacock feather, hand fan and a copper vessel full of water near your bed where you sleep. Every day except Wednesday around 12 noon is Abhijit Muhurat, and the best time to start any event, any time, since we have least negatives. Broken glasses and water leaking is bad for wealth generally in the north. Now listen to my video citing examples how I could get out of the problems for important decisions in my life just by communication with nature. The communication with nature is the best remedy in our life. Each one of us can practice it and communicate with nature and feel the presence of the Almighty. Now I will tell you my experience in life. In the year 2013, I had gone to Hong Kong, and my wife, she experienced a lump in her left breast, and simultaneously I lost my diamond ring. Now diamond ring is Venus, and Venus has 8 corners. It has got 8 corners, and Venus has a declination of 8. I immediately calculated my age was 64. I had completed 64 years of age, and Venus comes over Venus, and Venus is in my Lagna in Gemini sign, and is aspected by Jupiter, and Jupiter is Marak. So I could make out my wife will definitely have a cancer disease. Now I tell you, I came back and I went to I went for her checkup in a clinic, in a pathological lab, and before we were going there, a sweeper was cleaning the path on which we were walking. The complete road was dirty, but the path on what we were walking, it was being cleaned by the sweeper. So it indicated that my wife would have cancer, but it will be clean, and it will be cleaned immediately. And since we were walking fast, we were impatient. So what it means? It means that the disease will come fast and the disease will also go fast. So when we went for the checkup, exactly that is what happened. She was diagnosed with cancer, and the cancer was removed and she was cured properly. But simultaneously, what I found that around my house, the drain pipes were digged and there was negative energy. So I immediately called up the MLA of the area, and I requested him that the work around my house should be completed fast because my wife is suffering from cancer. And I could make out the moment the drains are put back to shape, my wife cancer will also be solved. So they just by my request, they started to work on those drains. My house is a corner house. On one side they completed, but on the other side they left it. And on the left side of my house, there were 2 drain holes they left unplugged. And my wife had breast cancer on the left hand side. She developed 2 blisters, exactly just similar to the 2 drain plugs not being plugged. And she had blisters there. So I immediately requested the MLA again to clean those and to cover up those manholes. So they did it. They cleaned it, they scrapped it, and they cleaned it. Then after they had cleaned it, I went to the hospital and took my wife there, and they did the same thing. They scrapped it and she got relieved. So when the negative energy was moved from the left of my house, the negative energy on the left breast of my wife was also solved. So friends, it indicates whatever is happening, the nature guides you. The drains were open around my house. It shows negative energy coming to me. But the moment the drain pipes were closed, they were filled, they were properly, all the job was done, everything was solved. And then at the time of when we were going to the pathological lab, it also indicated the sweeper is just like a doctor. Sweeper is cleaning the road. It is indicating it was bad. So he is cleaned. So the cancer will be there and she will be, the cancer will be cured. So another incident I will tell you is a few years back, my son was in Singapore. I planned to go to Singapore, but just before leaving for Singapore, just a week before Singapore, I had a wisdom tooth problem. I went to the dentist who told me that probably it may require surgery and all this process may take 21 days. I was in a fix because I had to leave in the next 7 days for Singapore. So I was in a fix. I came back. I sat. I sat in the car along with my wife, and I told her, "Look, now I will use Shakun astrology. I will see what nature is guiding me. From the dentist to my house is about 1.5 kilometers, and there are 3 red light points. So I told my wife that if I have to stop at either of the 3 red light points, I will have surgery, because red light is Mars is surgery. So if I have to stop any of the 3 red light points during the crowded time when we were coming back, it's the most crowded time, and there is a lot of rush. If I have to stop, then there will be surgery. But if I reach home undisturbed at the red light points, I will not have any surgery. Fortunately, even at the peak hours, I got all the 3 red light points green, and I did not have to drive slow or brake anywhere. It went smoothly. But after taking a left turn from the 3rd red light, my wife said she has to collect some valuables from the market, and I had to turn left. But the moment I took a left turn, I messed up in a rush, in a traffic. So my wife got down there. She went walking to collect the valuables, and I had to reverse the car. Now this reversing of the car shows that even if there is no surgery, I will have to go back to the dentist because of some problem, because I am reversing. I already had analyzed that I should reach home without any disturbance. But while I was reversing, I found the previous dentist clinic, and I said that nature is indicating me that I should go to this clinic. I immediately came home and just, a secondary thing, I opened the Prashna chart and I found exalted moon in the Lagna, which clearly shows the Lagna is the doctor. It shows the doctor is a woman and a beautiful woman. And fortunately and coincidentally, the previous dentist is a woman and a beautiful dentist. So next morning I went to the dentist, and she just took that much time what my wife took to collect the valuables, just 5 minutes, and my problem was over. So friends, what I am stressing upon is that nature guides you at every point of time. It is not, I cannot believe it that nature does not guide you. I will tell you another problem. I had a knee problem year before last when Mars Ketu was in Capricorn, and Capricorn is knee, and Mars was also there. I had a problem, but in my birth chart the Capricorn sign is aspected by Saturn. But this is just as far as the astrology is concerned. But for a layman, I will tell you that since I had a problem in my knee, in my right knee, my children suggested that, Papa, why don't you go to the best specialist in the city and take his opinion. It was difficult for me to walk, and there was a pain in the knee also. Now, I am different. My cousin brother had very good, my cousin brother's co-brother had very good, he was a class fellow with the best doctor in the town who is in the North Delhi, Shekhar Agarwal. Now, but the problem was that, and he told me that this doctor appointment, it takes about 3 months. He gives an appointment of 3 months. I can get you an appointment within 3 days. But I never asked him to get me an appointment because his co-brother and his wife are most of the time ill, and there is negativity in that house. So I said I will not approach the doctor through where there is negativity. So I immediately went on the Google. I searched for him. I looked at his image. The image should reflect, first of all, an experienced doctor, Saturn, because knee is Capricorn, so he should be looking old, but he should possess a very good vibration. So I found it similar, and then I called up at a good time. At Amrit Kal, I called him up. But unfortunately, the good time was till 3:45, and the clinic never responded before 4 o'clock. So after 4 o'clock, I got a call, and they gave me an appointment after 1.5 months. I said, no, I don't want after 1.5 months. I want it immediate. So then what I did, because in the Amrit Kal, I immediately posted a request on the email. And next morning, when I took my bath and I had completed my shave, and I was rubbing my face with cream, I got a call from the doctor. My wife asked me, what will happen? What do you predict? What is your opinion on this? I said, if the call had come, if I was using the razor is Mars, and if I had a bleeding while I was shaving, then there will be a cut, and then there will be a surgery. But fortunately, during the time of shave, there was no cut, and at the time of the call, I was only rubbing my face, massaging my face. So I said, the doctor will say, your knee needs massaging, nothing more. And believe it or not, I went to the doctor. He said, it is perfect. You do not need anything for a couple of years. You don't need any surgery for a couple of years. And you only need massaging and a proper exercise. So friends, nature is indicating everything. I will yet another, so many examples. I was in Dubai, and my climbing up the escalator, and my son, who works for a IT company, and he had invested in the company in some stocks, and he was asking me, Papa, can you tell me, the one stock is almost on a rock high price. It's on a high price, and tell me what will happen. Should I sell it or should I keep it? Now, when he had put this question, I had already climbed the escalator and only 2-3 steps were left. I said, it is almost reached the top level, and after that I will be traveling on a floor. Then it will become stagnant, and then after some time I will go down. So it clearly means that this stock will become stagnant at this price for some time, and then it will break. So I immediately I told him to sell those stocks, and he sold those stocks and made profit. And after some days he told me, Papa, you are correct, the stock price of that item has gone down. So what I want to tell you is again that nature guides us, and if we use the nature call, you cannot be wrong. I can bet on this. Yet another example. I use all this during the day, and sometimes you will be amazed, you will not believe it, that I even get dreams, the answer in my dreams. If I have any problem, I have the answer in my dreams. Another question, my daughter-in-law, she had been interviewed and she got a job, and she was offered some emoluments. Now she asked me, Papa, should I negotiate with them or should I accept it? In the meantime, my wife asked for a cold drink, and she said, put some ice cubes. Now I went and opened the freezer and I picked up some cubes just at random. I picked up 4 cubes. So I told my daughter-in-law, you will get a salary which is divisible by 4. So what is the salary you are getting? She said, Papa, I am getting $4,500. I said, you ask for $5,200 and you will get $4,800 for sure. And believe it, she asked for $5,200 and she was offered $4,800. So there it is. So friends, you say anything, nature guides us. Yet another thing, a neighbor of mine, girl who's the age of my daughter, she also knew little astrology, and she used to come to me way back in 2002. She said, Uncle, when will I get married? So just looking at her horoscope, Jupiter in the Lagna and the Partantra Dasha of Jupiter finishing on the 31st of July. So I said, you will be engaged before 31st of July. And she immediately went running to her father, and they, as usual, they gave an advertisement in the newspaper. And I even told her that the boy will be very good looking because Jupiter is in the Lagna and probably from the northeast direction. He will be coming. He will be hailing from northeast direction. So they gave an advertisement, and I even pointed out it could be Chandigarh because my son had come from Chandigarh that very day. So I said that probably the boy could be from Chandigarh. So they gave an advertisement, and she got similar, preposition from the newspaper, from Hindustan Times, and she came running to me. I said, this boy is your future husband. So they tried to pursue it. The boy and the father came somewhere in March 2002, and then they went back and there was no response from them. But after a few days, when my son was here and I was driving out of my driveway, a smart Sikh gentleman seemed to be in the army. He approached me. I was amazed. I don't have any friends who are in the army, and so I said, this gentleman, since he's a third and this neighbor girl is also a third, he has come for a reference check. And I told my family to postpone the trip, and because this neighbor girl is just like my daughter, so let me attend to this man. So the moment I asked him, have you come for a reference? He said yes. I told him just on spot that the boy in question and the girl in question will get married. he probably thought that he's talking out of his head. This old man is talking out of his head. But believe it, why I said so was that if he had come 2 minutes after, I would have driven away and he would have not been able to contact me. Nature made sure that I met him and I gave a good report of the girl, and before 31st of July 2002, the engagement was set, and the marriage took place, and I also attended the marriage, and I met this Sikh gentleman. He was looking at me and with a surprise. So friends, what nature is telling you is exactly, it has to be interpreted. Yet another example, I've already made a video for this, that a person came to me at 4 o'clock somewhere in the end December, when I was just about to leave for Dubai 2-3 days before, and I saw a pot which was broken, and I asked my servant to replace the pot, and there were 2 plants, and my wife also intervened, and my wife said, since there are 2 plants, just separate them and put them in 2 pots. The smaller plant was put outside the house. It was a basil plant, and just at that point of time somebody approached me for predictions. Now I immediately told him that your question is for matrimonial life and it is for divorce, because there were 2 plants and my wife also intervened. It's a question of a couple and 2 plants being separated and 1 plant being put outside the house and in the south direction. So your wife has left you. I removed the plant from the roots, so your wife has left you for good. And believe it, the eclipse had also taken place, and whatever is happening, it is happening from the roots. Ketu Nakshatra Mula, it does everything from the roots. So friends, he said, yes sir, it is amazing. I also told him that since the pot is being replaced, you have changed your place of work. He said, yes sir. I said, since the pot is red, it is connected to Mars. It is maybe in your south direction. Have you shifted to south direction? He says, sir, yes, I have shifted to South India. And the plant which was put outside the house, from the place it was put, it had gone to the south direction. So I also said that your wife has gone to the south direction from where she stays, and she is gone for good. So I said, let us experiment now. Let us put back this plant back and let us see if it survives. If it survives, your wife will come back. If it does not survive, she will not come back. And after 3 days, I found we watered the plant every day, and after 3 days I found there was no difference. I told him status quo, but I told him I'm leaving for about 3 weeks. When I come back, then I'll tell you what is the real status of this plant. And I told my servant that you can forget your dinner or breakfast or lunch, but you have not to forget watering this plant. And when I came back, I found the number of leaves reducing. So I told him the relationship between you and your wife is on a diminishing stage, and after a few days total leaves had disappeared and that plant died. So I had to remove it. So friends, and after that querist never approached me. If there was some compromise, then he would have definitely contacted me. But I gave him a remedy that you go to your in-laws, request them, try your level best through a female, because the Chhat Rashi had a Venus, and Venus is female, a good-looking female who is friendly to your wife. Only she can bring back some compromise. I do not know what really happened. He never approached me after that. So it clearly means that since the plant had died, it ended in a complete separation. So what my point is, friends, whatever is happening around you, you have the remedies with you yourself. Don't be befooled by some astrologers. Please, I am not pointing out any astrologers, by fake methods. You have to become a karma yogi. Karma yogi, a person who asks for remedy, can never do anything. A person who is karma yogi, he will never ask for remedies. So friends, become a karma yogi, and you will definitely, even if you don't get anything, but if you are a karma yogi, you will definitely get something. If not today, then tomorrow. If not tomorrow, then the day after. I can bet on this. I am 74 years of age, and I have found that a person who has passion for work, who is sincere and honest, he will definitely succeed in his profession or in the work what he takes. So friends, this is all I just wanted to share, and this is the best remedy. So take a back seat right now. After Jupiter goes in Aquarius, will be a good time. When it overtakes Saturn, will be a good time, and especially when Jupiter and Saturn both are out of Nigda Dareshun on the 5th and 25th of January, then there will be normalcy in the business, but business will only come into proper shape after 4th April 2021. So friends, this is all I just wanted to share, and educate the people and follow my tips from day to day. Day-to-day tips must be followed, and omens must be followed. If you use most of the omens, then you will have confidence in life, you have better sleep, and then wash your feet at night before you sleep. A person who is in depression should not take curd, milk items at night. So make your moon strong, wear or keep a silver item beneath your pillow. All this work give a psychological good effect. So friends, this is all I just wanted to share, and whatever your mind says, do it. Maybe it can work psychological, maybe it is a gem, whether it makes any difference or not. But for you, if you think that gem can help, please wear a gem. If it says mantra can help, do mantra, because psychological effect will definitely be there. And moon is everything. Moon is mind, and moon is everything. Moon can reach anywhere before anything can reach us. Moon can, in 1 second we can go to America, we can imagine about America. 1 second we can imagine about Singapore. The sound or light may not reach there. So mind is the main criteria for this, and whatever you feel good, you must do it, so that psychologically you are benefited and you don't go in depression. Be well guarded, everything will be okay. Don't worry. After every night there is a good morning, and there will be a bright morning. I can assure you that this is the time when nature is on a cleansing process. You can see for yourself, the pollution has gone down, the sky is clear, and slowly things will come back to normal. I can assure you this. You don't need any you don't have to wait for long now. We have already passed since January to September. This is September 9th month, and I've already mentioned that now Venus is also out of the grip of Rahu, and Mercury is also out of the grip of Rahu, and Mercury is the sixth lord of the natural zodiac. It is an exaltation. So friends, it is a good time now. Good time is starting, and we will definitely slowly there will be prosperity in our life, and we will come back to normal. But this phase, this coming phase till February is a little tough one, as I've already discussed in my other articles. So so that's all I just wanted to share, friends, and thank you for listening to me. Please subscribe my YouTube channel, and if you have any questions, on my website there is a WhatsApp mark also, WhatsApp icon also. You can click on that and you can send me your messages. So thank you for listening to me. Have a good day and best of luck.